This is you. You've been walking through a strange season, a season where the moment you drew closer to God, everything around you began to shift. People changed, doors changed, your emotions changed, your battles changed. And deep inside, you've been asking, why does the more I obey God, the heavier life feels? Listen, this is not punishment. This is not failure. This is not spiritual weakness. You are dangerously anointed. Heaven has marked you, hell has noticed you, and life has begun to rearrange itself to prepare you for the weight of your calling. If you've been sensing these signs, they're not coincidences. They're confirmations. Let's break them down. 1. The attacks come out of nowhere. When God anoints you deeply, your life becomes spiritually noticeable. Your presence alone becomes a disturbance in the enemy's territory. So suddenly, without warning, you find yourself battling emotional heaviness, strange confusion, and resistance in areas that once flowed effortlessly. And the hardest part? Nothing is wrong in the natural, yet everything feels intense in the spiritual. You didn't sin, you didn't open a door, you didn't change your walk with God. You simply became a threat. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us that the real battle is never with people. It's with unseen forces. So when you feel pressure coming from directions you can't identify, know this: warfare is not God abandoning you. Warfare is confirmation that you carry oil the enemy recognizes, oil that intimidates darkness long before destiny manifests. 2. God separates you from people you expected to stay. Divine anointing always comes with divine separation, not loneliness. Strategic, purposeful separation. People you thought would be permanent begin drifting away. Connections that once felt secure suddenly feel unstable. You find yourself pulled out of circles where you once felt comfortable. It feels personal, but it's actually spiritual. And though the distance hurts, the separation is holy. Before God elevates you, He disconnects you from anything that cannot handle your next level. Before He reveals you, He refines you in hidden places. David was anointed but returned to the field, unseen. Joseph was chosen but processed in a prison, misunderstood. Why? Because God hides His anointed to protect the purity of their calling. Separation is not punishment, it is preparation. 3. Your mind becomes the battlefield. When you carry a dangerous anointing, the enemy won't waste time attacking your possessions. He goes straight for your peace. You start wrestling with overthinking, unexpected fear, emotional heaviness, and mental fatigue. Not because something is wrong with you, but because the enemy knows your mind is the doorway to your obedience. If he can weaken your thoughts, he can slow your calling. If he can overwhelm your emotions, he can distract your spirit. Even Elijah, after calling fire down from heaven, fell into deep despair. Great spiritual victories are often followed by intense mental warfare. But Philippians 4, verse 7, promises that God's peace will guard your heart and mind. The more the enemy fights your thoughts, the more heaven is confirming the weight of your assignment. Mental attacks aren't a sign of defeat. They are a sign of destiny. 4. Doors close that should have opened. You prepared for it. You prayed for it. You believed for it. And everything still fell apart without explanation. But the truth is this: closed doors in the life of the anointed are never rejection. They are redirection. Plans shift, opportunities fall through, and things that looked perfect suddenly stop moving. Not because God is punishing you, but because He is protecting you from stepping into something beneath your calling. A dangerously anointed person cannot settle for good doors. They are designed only for God doors. Joseph's dream did not manifest instantly. He required time, pressure, refinement, and spiritual maturity. Your delays are not defeat, they are divine alignment. Every closed door is God whispering, "I'm steering you to something better." 5. No matter what happens, you can't quit. This is one of the clearest signs of a dangerous anointing. You feel discouraged, but something in you refuses to give up. You feel tired, yet you still show up with faith. You feel stretched, but you continue walking with God anyway. You might break down, but you don't break apart. You might cry through the night, but you rise the next morning with a fresh determination. This is not because of your personality. It is because of your purpose. 2 Corinthians 4:8 declares, "We are pressed on every side, but not crushed. The anointed bend, but never shatter. They fall, but rise with more fire. They hurt, but keep moving, because something divine inside them refuses to quit." Your resilience, your bounce back, your refusal to give up is evidence that God's hand is resting heavily on your life. If these signs have been showing up in your life lately, don't panic. Pay attention. You're not being attacked because you're weak. You're being attacked because you're dangerously anointed. Stay faithful. Stay surrendered. Stay aligned. Because when God reveals what He's been preparing in you, every battle will make sense. If this message spoke to you, tell your spirit the truth. Drop "I'm anointed" in the comments. And if you want more Bible teachings that strengthen your walk with God, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who needs it. Your engagement helps this message reach hearts that are hurting, waiting, and praying for answers.